Greetings, GSCA. Welcome to my final edition of FM Squared as your 21-22 president. And let me tell you, I'm ready to celebrate. So first up, as usual, we want to celebrate all of our school counselors who have June birthdays. Woo, woo, give it up to our June birthday school counselors. Let me just tell all of you, you all have been remarkable and your fortitude has been unmatched this school year, because I know it has been a rough year. It's been a bumpy year, but you guys have persevered. But today I want to start the celebrations to detail some of the work that your GSCA, your organization built for you, by you, of you, has done this year, and all of the 21-22 accomplishments. So drum roll as we start off. This year, we had our first ever NCAA partnership. We voted and adopted position statements. We made updates to the organizational handbook to bring us into the newness of the 21-22 and beyond years. We also, through Dr. Rowland, our counselor educator liaison, we first time ever presented at the GSCA Conference with educators, teacher educators, and she worked tirelessly for months planning that with the Dr. Turner from Clark Atlantic University. Also, this year we had our first ever podcast. Guys, we had our first podcast for GSCA this year. Not only did we have our first podcast, but let me tell you, something that you probably didn't know is that we bounced back from a $200,000 deficit. 6 figures, people. We bounced back. So all of you who attended conference, to all of you who renewed your membership, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you have a friend who's not a member, grab them right now and tell them you gotta join, you gotta join. We have a great new membership video posted to the membership page. And so talking about all of the benefits of being a GSCA member. Not only did we bounce back from that $200,000 deficit, 6-figure deficit, might I add, we supported and endorsed the new state board rule for school counseling. 20 years overdue, but we are now school counselors. Don't say guidance counselors. That's a no-no. So we are school counselors. Make sure any of your correspondence, your signature line, everything, say school counselor, not guidance counselor. Also, we had over 900 attendees registered for the conference during a pandemic. Oh my gosh, during the pandemic, you guys were, oh my God, you are amazing to show up and show out in Athens. Athens probably will never be the same after all the school counselors were there for an amazing conference. And with that conference, we were able to streamline our process to accept conference proposals for the first time. We did a brand new process this year, and we got great feedback on how you love the sessions. And so we know that that was another bright and shining star of this year, was how our conference chair and co-chair facilitated that process. Also this year, we had an Ask a State finalist, Tisha. Whoop, whoop. We had another one this year, guys. And then also to lend itself to that budget deficit, we added on additional sponsorships to bring in more revenue. Woo-hoo, to Catherine Sadowski and her financial team, the financial committee, finance committee, doing all of that wonderful work. And then we also established non-member fees for webinars for people outside of the organization to really be able to participate in our webinars for a small fee. Also, we partnered with superintendents this year, never been done before, you guys, never, to ensure that leaders understand and know the value of school counselors and their impact. And so that webinar was sent to all of the superintendents in the state of Georgia to review. So we are moving, GSCA. And more to come for our summer professional learning series. So be on the lookout for that email. Some of you guys are by the beach, kicking your feet up, but we have some awesome recordings coming your way. So make sure you tune in to the summer learning series. I am super pumped about this next year, 22-23, and what it will hold. Laura Ross will be our president. And don't forget to register for the 22-23 conference in where? Savannah. Registration is now open, so make sure you guys register for that. And so with all of these amazing things that are happening and how your organization is moving behind the scenes, working on your behalf, this work would not have been done without a wonderful leadership team that we had, a wonderful executive board, a wonderful conference team to make all of these things happen. So if you see them, please thank them and say hello, because they definitely worked really, really hard this year. In spite of all the obstacles they had in their own districts, in their own schools, and in their own personal lives, they still wanted to make sure that you guys had an amazing 21-22 year for GSCA. And I know this school year has seen tremendous loss for some of you and some triumphs for some of you others. And you have remained diligent in serving the students of Georgia, and that does not go unnoticed. The tragedy of Robb Elementary impacted us all and will continue to impact us all. But what I want you guys to really know is, it's okay not to be okay. During this time, and as we reflect on this school year, there have been a lot of celebrations, a lot of highlights, but there have also been some things that really have knocked us off our feet. And so if you're not okay, please make sure you take advantage of your employee assistance program that you may have in your district. Make sure that you attend any therapy sessions that you may have. Don't skip any doctor's appointments. Make sure you have your family and your spiritual support intact to know that you need extra love this summer, extra love every day as you serve this role as a school counselor who serves children all over Georgia, every student, every day, in every way. And so I want you guys to know that you are valued, you are respected, you chose a profession that often gets unnoticed and overlooked, but just know your president knows exactly what you're going through every day. And I also salute all of you for being an inspiration for years to come. No one else can say that they lived through this particular pandemic of COVID-19, and your diligence and perseverance is unmatched. And if you're attending the ASCA conference as part of your self-care professional learning plan, stop by and see me, say hello, and get a free hug from me. I do give out hugs. Get a free hug, because you just never know who needs a hug at any moment in their lives. They may not say anything. School counselors, we normally don't even say anything, but sometimes a hug goes a long way. So if you have a fellow school counselor, you haven't seen or talked to them in a minute, please reach out to them and just say, hey, how are you? Are you okay? I'm here if you need me. And so I just want to celebrate all of you. As this is my final FM Squared, I also want to say it has been my pleasure to serve you as the 21-22 GSCA president. I am the granddaughter of Albert and Mildred Hester and Louise and George Jeffries. I hope that I have made their legacy proud and I have become their wildest dreams. Have an amazing summer, and I love you all.